Hello wrestling fans, and thanks for checking in. Well, today's topic undoubtedly will be the return of Y2J Chris Jericho, and we'll be getting into the Brock Lesnar situation, WrestleMania, and all that fun stuff. Today I'm joined with Mike Manson. Mike, how are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing great on a new year.
Okay, let's start off with the Jericho return on Monday. What did you think?
Well, I think most people already knew it was going to be Jericho with those videos they were playing leading up to this.
Right.
Jericho denied it on his Twitter, but...
What did he write on his Twitter?
He wrote, first he said, "I'm done with WWE, it's not me." And then the other day he wrote, "Oh, we all know it's going to be Brock Lesnar." And then he wrote something like, "The UFC's so fake." Obviously he was joking around, and it was him. And you could even hear the audience cheer right before he came out. They were Y2J.
I'll tell you what, I personally wish it was Brock Lesnar. What about you?
Well, that may still happen, but I knew it was a little too soon for that to happen.
And what's the deal with this new gimmick that he has? What do you think of it, first of all?
When I first watched the Jericho return, I thought it was strange. It started off like just about every debut he's made in WWE/return, from the Y2K countdown to the Save Us videos, and now he did the same thing basically, and except he didn't talk. He came to the ring, they were cheering him, the fans were really giving him a good ovation. And he kept getting the cheers. He went around the ring and slapped the fans' hands. But then he kept doing it.
Right.
He kept doing it, and then he didn't say anything, and then he left. And
by the time he was sadistic.
Yeah, by the time he was leaving, the crowd started turning on him, and you could hear them booing towards the end.
Listen, I know this is not going to be a friendly thing to say, but Chris Jericho is up there. This is not really going to put asses in the seats. He never did. But it's a nice little treat. It's not Brock Lesnar coming back. It's not like a Goldberg Warrior type deal coming back. Would you agree about that, Mike?
Yes, I definitely agree. It's not like some of the other names you mentioned, but it's pretty big considering they don't have the greatest talent pool. Not that it's not a good talent pool, but they don't have a lot of stars, a lot of big stars. And even though Jericho's just about past his prime,
well, you might get about 2, 3, 4 more years left.
Yeah, he's not that old or anything, but I think it's it's good for the WWE overall. Even though at this point I'm not a huge Jericho fan.
Okay, so who does he wrestle at WrestleMania?
My guess, and a lot of people are saying this too, CM Punk.
Right.
And will it be for the world title or whatever? I'm not sure. Will Jericho win the Royal Rumble? I'm not sure, but they're definitely going to set up a CM Punk Chris Jericho feud.
Okay, speaking of WrestleMania, we have some interesting developments in terms of Goldust. What's the latest?
Well, about a month or two ago, Goldust started a petition online that he wanted a match with his brother Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And it actually seems like that might be coming true now.
Really?
For those of you who saw SmackDown last week, Booker T was setting up the match with Cody, and then Goldust came out, who we haven't seen in a while on WWE TV. And him and Cody got into it a little bit, and I think they're actually going to do it. They're going to do the brother versus brother match at WrestleMania.
Well, that's interesting because Goldust, the veteran, I always like seeing the veterans, as you know. You know what? I want Goldust, Stone Cold at the WrestleMania. Booker, Nash, you got The Rock. Those guys fit in good with the new guys. Agreed?
Yeah, I always like a good combination of the new, young, up-and-coming talent and, some of the legends that we like to see.
Alright, we got about 30 seconds left, but before we do that, Bryan Danielson, the WWE champion, is coming out to basically 10 people clapping to him.
You know what? I am a Daniel Bryan fan. I think he's a great technical wrestler, and not the best charisma, but definitely a great wrestler.
Right.
Unfortunately, it seems like since he won the world title, he's not getting much of an applause. Even at the house shows, they said people are pretty quiet when he comes to the ring.
Oh, that's it, folks.